So after the Rangers took care of business last night, tonight it's the Knicks' turn. Game 1, round 2. Knicks and Pacers. And the Knicks coming off a wild, long, hard-fought, close, controversial series against the Sixers in a fun series, right? We all enjoyed watching it. Yes, because the Knicks won, but it was also some excellent playoff basketball. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that series. That was as good as it gets. Controversy, wild finishes, comebacks, New York and Philadelphia. It was everything we said it was going to be. It didn't go 7 games, but I mean, listen, it was as close as can be. I think the total point differential was 2 points between the two teams over the 6 games. Doesn't get any closer than that, right? And now the Knicks come into the second round to face a Pacers team who, let's face it, they got a little lucky, right? They caught Milwaukee shorthanded. They no Giannis. They had a couple guys out, and they beat him. Now they beat him. You don't apologize for playoff wins or playoff series wins, but if a full strength Milwaukee probably would have beat the Pacers in round 1, and then the Knicks would have a whole different outlook for this series starting tonight. Because the Knicks and Bucks, the Bucks would be favored, I think. Knicks and Pacers, the Knicks are a heavy favorite. They're a 3-1 favorite. And that's a lot. That's a big difference. That means the expectations are up here for the Knicks. You have to win this series. You're supposed to win this series. And that's a different feel. The Knicks haven't had that in a while. They certainly didn't have it. Now, they had it against the Sixers, being the 2 seed against the 7, but they didn't have a high expectation. Everybody knew that was going to be a long, hard-fought series, and that it was possible that it could go 7 and the Knicks could lose. When they went up 3-1, you thought, okay, now we're in control, and look what happened. They blew Game 5, and they had to go back to Philly and close out in a Game 6, which they did, and give them credit. They did. They played excellent in that Game 6. Brunson was nowhere to be found in Games 1 and 2, and you can't have that in this series now. Okay, you're going to need the Brunson that we saw in Games 3 through 6, and that we saw the whole regular season. And I think we will. I think Brunson. I don't expect Brunson to struggle like he did in Games 1 and 2 against the Sixers. He didn't. He was no good until when Brunson got the shot in Game 2 that bounced off the rim and the whole crazy sequence there. That's when the series started for Brunson. From that point on, he was 40. He was 40 plus. He was setting records. The first guy since Jordan with 39 or more. Now this series is a little different. Knicks are expected to win this series. When you're a 3-1 favorite, you come in, you can't mess around. The Pacers are playing with house money, not the Knicks. And you got Halliburton, who's questionable tonight, last I saw. And hey, listen, he's probably going to play, right? It's back spasms. It's the kind of thing that it might act up and cause an issue during the game, or it might not. Back spasms kind of come and go. But when you get them, they could be debilitating. They could be real bad. Anything with your back is it's a nightmare. So we'll see how that goes. He's going to play, though. I mean, listen, Halliburton's going to play. You got the Pacers can score. So the Knicks are going to want to slow this thing down a little bit. Pacers are going to want to run. The Knicks are going to try and slow it down. And late in the game, in the fourth quarter, you're going to see the Knicks play it real slow. They're going to work the shot clock. You don't want to run with this Pacer team. And the Knicks are going to have the advantage. They should be able to control the pace because they should be able to control the boards. I expect the Knicks to out-rebound Indiana by a lot in this series. Hartenstein's going to be all over the board. You don't need Hartenstein, hitting those 10-footers like he was doing in Game 6, which was huge in Game 6. You need him to grab the rebound. You need him to bang bodies down low in the paint. And you need him to control the paint and control the boards. And I think he should be able to. Him and OG and Hart should have no problem getting rebounds. They should even give the Knicks multiple chances sometimes on a trip down the floor. And let's face it, right? The Knicks need that sometimes with the way DiVincenzo shoots. He's hot or cold. Even in the game where Game 2 where he hit the big shot, I mean, he needed to take it twice. So if the Knicks control the boards, they control the pace of play, they're a better team. The Knicks should win this series, and they should win it in 5 games, I think. And this is the first time you're saying that in a long time for the Knicks. I can't remember the last time you went into a series, you're like, Knicks should win this in five games. Well, here we are. Now, the Pacers are deeper. They'll go deeper on their bench. The Knicks really, I mean, Thibs only really is going to play two guys off his bench, right? He's going to play Deuce and he's going to play Mitchell Robinson. Besides that, he's not going to go anywhere off his bench. You got Bogdanovich, who he would have played, but Bogdanovich is out for the season. So it's going to be Brunson, OG, DiVincenzo, Hartenstein, Hart, and then Deuce and Mitchell Robinson. That's it. Thibs has his guys. He does not empty the bench or go deep. And if he does, you're probably in trouble. That means there was probably an injury or something along those lines. It's a hot ticket, too. I was online looking before. It's well over $300 just to get in the building for tonight. It's well over... if you want a decent seat, you're looking at $500 or $600. So it's a red hot ticket, and you expect it to be. I mean, this is the first. The Knicks have made the playoffs in the last couple of years, yes, but not like this. Now you're in the second round, expected to win, a 3-1 favorite. And if you could somehow and if they could get to the next round and face Boston, and you just want to punch his chance, because then next round they'll be in the situation that the Pacers are in this round. They'll be playing with house money. And you could play loose, and you could, it's different. It's a different mentality when you're a heavy underdog than when you are if you're a heavy favorite. And in this series starting tonight, the Knicks are a heavy favorite. I expect them to win the game, win the series, 5 games. It all starts tonight. Knicks and Pacers, round 2, game 1. Enjoy the game, everybody.